Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release, where no video game is left behind and all video game genres are treated with respect. Welcome to September 1982. We were last on the Apple II all day playing Pandora's Box. But before we move forward, I have to go back here to Star Blaster. I gotta rate this one because I played it again and it does go further to other levels. It even has a tunnel level like Vanguard and a boss level. So I'm gonna have to raise this up to 4 stars. It is an exceptional game to play on a home computer. Now let's go back to Pandora's Box and press forward, ever forward, playing every single video game. What is next? Still going to be on the Apple II. Let's check out Fathom's 40. Fathom's 40 is by Datasoft. Let's take a look at the box. Oh, very nice. The artwork for the other Datasoft titles we've seen is really nice. Looks pretty sharp. Just slap a sticker that says Apple II on it. Now, for my knowledge, all I know, this is only on the Apple II. Later in 1984, we're going to see on the PC 8801, a Japanese computer, possibly Fathom's 40, so stay tuned. But for the most part, it's pretty much only on the Apple II. Let's flip it over on the back. This is by Randy Turner. Way to go, Randy. Dive, dive, dive. The alarm sounds. Darkness surrounds you. Absolute silence of the sea is almost unbearable. Deep beneath the ocean surface, you wait it out. Sweat begins to stream. Can your U-boat take the pressure? Will your steel-eyed crew crack under stress? So it's another naval simulator. Fathom's 40 realistically simulates the operations of the Mark 21 U-boat in the last desperate days of World War II. Okay, so they were even going with a theme of World War II for us. Can you survive? Don't let it go to your head, though, for another mission awaits to Fathom's 40. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at what other art we have for Fathom's 40. Besides the box, there's the ad you would have seen in magazines. It looks very different. This one must have been a later one because Cloak and Dagger we haven't seen yet in the bottom left. And the top right actually looks like a different Fathom's 40, but this is the same ad. Maybe they changed the branding. And also in the box is the reference card because as a naval simulator, you're going to need to know all the commands. Look at all that. You need all these to play the game. It even shows all the different damage reports. If you want to repair your ship, you have to hit Escape E and dock at the closest breast B, if there's a B on the map. There we go. There's our 5 1/4 floppy disk we're going to pop in to play Fathom's 40. I'm not familiar with this one, but the cover artwork looks pretty good. We also have the manual. Man, oh man, there's a lot to do in the game. I'm not going to go through everything that the manual has, but we already seen the box and the 5 1/4 floppy disk. That's what it looks like when we pull it out of our sleeve. And then here's the manual, past the reference card. And the manuals are very long. It has a lot to go into the game, and it even has a little story and history behind what you're doing in World War II. This is kind of akin to some other SSI games we played or strategy games, but this is interesting because DataMost doesn't really give us simulations, but this one's a really good simulation with even lore behind it. Your mission captain is guiding your Mark 21 U-boat into the Allied shipping lane, seeking out tankers and freighters, avoiding depth charges, torpedoing convoys, and returning safely to Brest, France. The number of ships in each mission will vary. You can encounter as many convoys as have torpedoes to fire at them. There are 3 patrol missions in each game, so this game actually has missions that you have to accomplish. Imagine that. It breaks down the points here and rankings. You can work your way all the way up to Admiral. Your equipment, you need to have the Apple II with 48K of memory. And to start, you have 3 different levels, Dux, Easy, or Hard. Dux is the easiest level to play. There are no ships that'll fire at your U-boat. Easy has destroyers have weapons, and it's a little slower to detect on radar. But Hard, they say, is the closest to real-time action. We are not going to play Hard here on our live stream. And then Strategic mode is whether you skip the introduction or not. And we have the different key commands, lots of different controls. You can even use your joystick. Apple II joystick works to move left and right. Then you have the different speeds for your sub. And besides all that, the different strategies to move your sub around, diving under the water, coming on top. You also have sonar, and all these different key commands will be at your disposal. I will have a reference card because this is not an easy game to play on a live stream. It's not an easy game just to say, here's the showcase for Fathom's 40, because there's a lot to it. A lot that they jammed into this one. You got to know about your damage report, and then they even help you out with some strategies to play better so you can get to that hard mode and win the day as Admiral. So cool. Let's pop in and play Fathom's 40. This is Randy Turner of Horizon Simulations, published by Datasoft. at September 20th, 1982. Where were you in September 20th, 1982? So this one is our 12th naval simulator we've played on the show. If we go back, some of the big ones we've checked out, the most recent one was Ocean Battle on the Arcadia 2001 console. Before that, in the arcade, we saw Sub Rock 3D in July 1982, and that was more of an arcade-style game, but you did have the periscope to play. Before that was Submarine Commander on the Atari home computer in June 1982, and then before that was Sub Hunt on the Intellivision, May 1982, then Torpedo Fire on the Apple II in November 1981, Sea Battle was also on the Intellivision in October 1980, and those are just the big ones of the 12 naval simulators we played. This one is pretty much, think of the home computer, there's not a lot of naval simulators. The one by SSI is all right. It's very, very exceptional. And then the other one was Submarine Commander. But other than that, there's not a lot of tactical or simulation games like this. All right, we are not going to play ducks. We want enemies to shoot at us. So I'm going to go E for easy. And then it wants to give us an intro. So here's the intro. Everyone ready? Good morning, Herr Captain. We have a pleasant surprise for you, guards. Blindfold him. Follow me, guards, and bring along Herr Captain. That's right, we are playing as the Germans. How popular would the game be if we're playing as Germans? I have no idea. Take off his blindfold, guards. And we take the blindfold off, and we reveal our submarine that we're going to control in the game. Ja, Herr Captain. It is your new U-boat. She is very pretty, no? She is a Mark 21 and very modern. You, Herr Captain, have been chosen to be her skipper because of your excellent attendance in school. Was ist los? You say you have never been to school? No matter. Der Führer will not be disappointed. Why were people wanting to play as Germans? I don't understand why. What's the appeal of doing that? Most people would want to play as France, Europe, any country in Europe, maybe North America. Thanks, Obsidian Arcade. You are Herr Skipper unless you would rather be shot. No? I thought not. Very well. Your duty is to raid the Schimpsic lanes and you will come back with your ship. Or you will not come back. Do you understand? Good. This man, Herr Captain, is her first mate, Hans. He is the best first mate in the Kriegsmarine. And you will treat him as such or he will shoot you. You have any questions, the guards will shoot you. Guards, ready. Now, Herr Captain, do you have any questions? I thought not. We have marked your patrol route on the map. Your crew is aboard. Good luck, Herr Captain. Guards, cast off the mooring lines. They changed up the language there. They actually didn't have the V's when you're supposed to say the V accent. Nutnik, Nutnik. Just makes me want to watch Dr. Strangelove again. That's a good one. All right, we're here. We're in the game. Now, this one is controlled with the cursor or the left and right cursor keys, so I can use, you can see them move the directions I want to go. I'm going to hit N for normal speed. Let's go. Check it out. This is me moving. You can see the cursor moving on the compass in the top right. We're going to make our way out. Looks like screws are to the north, or to the south, it says. So, Head Captain screws to the northeast, go to the east, go to the south. So, I'm following what they say, southwest. Now go west. Head Captain, enemy sighted. So we follow the first command to get to where the enemies are. Now we know where the enemies are. What's next? All right, so now we're in the sonar view. So it switches the game up already that fast. We have a top-down map view. Now we have a top-down sonar view. The enemies are, I believe... There we go. So there's a very small pixel of green around the sonar. I'm going to follow the sonar to where I hear the beep. So I'm going over to the west. Let's go and go normal speed. And if I want to, I can do E for emergency speed. Let's go even faster. Going over to where the blips are. There they are. So I'm very slowly making my way on the sonar. You can see them showing up. There's the enemies. Enemies sighted. Now, I'm going to go back to normal speed. On the top right, where the periscope is, I can use the joystick to move left and right, and then push the button, and then boom, fire some torpedoes. But you got to be careful because torpedoes take about 20 seconds to reload. So there's my torpedo tubes. I got 5 left of the 6 ones there. Still heading over to the left side where all the enemies are. Let's go a little faster. Evasive maneuvers, speed 18 knots. Let's go. Oh, here they come, getting closer. Let's go back to normal speed. Let's turn my periscope around. Periscope's represented there. Oh, fire. Go, get them. Oh, we passed by some, it looks like. So the ability to be able to do all this real time is really, really good. Oh, we got to reload the torpedoes. R to reload. So we're reloading. You got to wait 20 seconds for them to reload. Makes all your shots count. You can see we got one on fire. Very nice. Another one coming up. Oh, it's coming around the other way. They're passing by us. Let's see if we can get them. There we go. Got them reloaded. But, I mean, look at this. This is a naval simulator, but we actually have graphics. We have enemies coming at us. And in a way, it's almost action-oriented. It's slower paced, but I mean, I'd expect something for a simulation. But this is very well done. Being able to see real-time, move the periscope around. I got 4 subs left. They're coming in from behind. And you can see what they're firing at us. Uh-oh, torpedo tubes are jammed. We might have to go in for repairs. So we just have to go back to Brest, France to get those repaired. Yep, they're jammed, so we can't fire on them. We already got some damage on us. And you can see the damage over here. Tubes, the scope, the rudder, so that's why it's not responding. I can't turn my scope. I've already got the damage for us. So let's see if we can turn ourselves away. I'm going to send us the opposite direction and go with emergency maneuvers. Oh, we're speed 0 knots. Oh, we're probably going to go down. This might be us going down already. We got hit too hard. Engines are still up, but let's go ahead and dive. Dive, dive, dive. Yeah, get us out of here. Making our depth down to 400 feet now. You can barely see it. It's right here by my shoulder that's going down. As far as naval simulators go, this is the full package. This has everything with even some arcade style or just some action involved with it. So it's doing what you would want for a naval simulator, giving all those options for the sub, but then it also has the scope at the same time as the radar. It has multiple views, the overhead map, the sonar. It's just a full package. It's great. Yeah, I gotta go to Brest. I gotta get out of here. All right, so I'll stop the game there just so you can see what the game is like. For a naval simulator, it will take a while to get used to because you'd have to have the reference card and the controls. But as far as video games go, this one is the 9th data most game we've played so far on the show. Before this one, we saw Sands of Egypt, Clowns and Balloons, and then a really good one, Pacific Coast Highway. That was the Frogger one. So this is a very strange for data most. I'm sorry, Data Soft. For Data Soft to do a game like this, it's very different and unique. I'm already seeing some ratings out there. 4 stars from Manly and Bardo Man, and Charlie's already thrown 4 stars too. I have to agree with you. This one is not as this kind of game is not going to be found on home computers as much, and there's only a handful of them that are out there, and this one's done really, really well. Even if it's not your cup of tea, you should check out something that is where you're controlling so much for a submarine. Yeah, I'm saying 4 stars too. Everyone's saying 4. We got Charlie out there, Hunter saying 4. Maybe we will find some sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. All right, so that's Fathom's 40. I say it's an exceptional game for a home computer. And this one actually is on par with most of the other ones we played when we see a naval simulator for home computers too. 4 stars it is, all over the board. All right, with that, let's see what our next title is. Our next release is on the Atari home computer. Here's Spider Invasion. Let's check it out. Starting with the box. Oh man, that's a real spider invasion. Looks like we got giant spiders to blow up, planes that are flying around the screen. So cool. Looks like a monster movie. So this one's available for another home computer that we're going to see right after this one. And it's also on the Texas Instruments home computer, but I couldn't find that one. If anyone knows a way to get Spider Invasion for the Texas Instruments home computer, we'll play it. Other than that, though, I don't know if it exists. Flip it over in the back. This one is arcade quality, fast action. Destroy deadly alien spider mutations, their eggs and nest as you creep through an underground labyrinth where Insect Kingdom is planning to conquer Earth. Got a screenshot in the top left. And you have both different Atari systems there. There's the cassette we're going to pop into play, Spider Invasion. Nice. with an example of the screenshot. All right, here's the manual. How do we play some Spider Invasion? This one's by Gerald Arthur. Way to go, Gerald. This is by Cosme Corporation. I think we've seen that one. Yeah, this one's their fourth game. You are a spelunker. By the way, it's a person who explores caves. Thanks for breaking it down. On one of your expeditions, you hear a curious chirping noise coming from deep within the earth. As you proceed downward, you venture upon a vast underground cavern. To your amazement, it's crawling with deadly spiders of all sizes and descriptions. You've happened into the central nest of the Spider Invasion. Within a series of large caves, deadly spider mutations are plotting the overthrow of the planet Earth. That's what I'm talking about. The insect kingdom has risen. Only your photon laser beam stands between mankind and total annihilation. Can't make this stuff up, folks. You must destroy the spiders, their deadly hatching eggs, and finally, the nest. But beware the giant mother spider mutation who will aggressively attack you. If you are successful, additional caverns lie beyond. You must prevail. Of course we must, and we will. So there's our system requirements. We need 16K minimum on our Atari home computer. There's how to load it up on cassette and on disc. Plug in the joystick controllers to play. If you want to do a two-player game, it's alternate play, so you can't play at the same time. Fire your laser beams by pressing the red fire button. We move up, down, and diagonal, but we can only fire up and down, it says. And the screen will scroll when you reach the edge of the TV set. Be careful you don't hit a wall and wipe out. And then if you play Spider Invasion for the first time, it explains there. Look at all this text. The manual is just a giant paragraph of text. You can control your joystick, move in any direction, shoot your photon laser beam either up and down. So you can fire up and down, but you can move all around the screen. Very, very bizarre. You have to get all stationary eggs in time before they hatch or release more spiders. By the time you reach level 5, you'll be chasing 125 spiders and eggs. Yeah, it really is a spider invasion. Only spiders and eggs can destroy you, but the walls are covered with deadly spider venom, which is also lethal. I wonder if they're doing a tip from Berserk where you can't touch the walls. Although you can only elude the mother, you will hear her coming before she shows up on the screen. And you can destroy her nest if you can find it and hit it in the appropriate areas 9 times with your photon laser beam. After you've destroyed all the deadly mutations of the first cave, you'll automatically be transferred to the next cavern where more spiders, eggs, and nests await. So it's just total destruction. It's a bug hunt. That's what we're going for here. So there's our scores. Got to know what the scores are in 1982, remaining level, and then spiders remain, and then bonus points. The game ends when you've been eliminated. So you just keep going level to level until there are no spiders left. This one has 10 levels. If you make it through all 10 levels, and 5 lives to play. Will we survive? Probably not. We die a lot here on the show. Hey, there you go. We got a biography of Gerald Arthur in the manual. Given credit. Way to go, Cosme. Very nice. Let's pop in and play Spider Invasion. Cosme Corporation. It's September 20th, 1982. I am not familiar with Spider Invasion, so we're going to check it out together. I like the story, though. We're going in, and we're going to kill some bugs. Yes. So, as far as game modes, we're not going to do 2-player because you're just going to be alternate play anyway. Let's see how long it takes us to get through 5 lives. Ready? Push and start now. No Diddy, no songs. Okay, we are able to move around. Look at that. So we have 8-way movement, just like they described. There is the spider venom on the walls. Can't touch that. And the screen does scroll freely. It feels so weird to scroll around like this. But I can only fire... Yeah, I can only fire up and down. Wait, I know for sure I got that spider. What is happening? We gotta go find the eggs. So, very curious. We've already talked about the multi-directional shooter. This one, in a way, is multi-directions, but it's only firing in 2 directions. Kind of like we play a fixed shooter like Centipede. But this is one of the first times we played a shooter that allows us to move all the way around the screen, scrolling in all directions, but I can only fire up and down. Oh, and there's the mother spider. It makes a noise and then flies across the screen and you die. So really bizarre. Why would they do... Because we just checked out, Star Maze. It allowed you to fly around like asteroids, shoot in all directions, and then the screen scrolls in all directions. But this one, we're flying in all directions, but we can only shoot... I know I'm hitting that. Sometimes our lasers are going through the eggs, though, so that's not very well done. Okay, we got that one the first try. And see, that one... my shots are going through some of the spiders. And I can't fire off screen, it looks like. How big is this maze? Oh, okay, there's the top. This cave goes everywhere. Oh, there's 2 lives already down. We gotta move carefully. Tread carefully. So in one way, I'm thrilled to play a game that allows this much freedom. Very similar when we played Chopper Rescue. Oh, there it is. We avoided the mother spider. I wonder if we can kill her. But in the other way, it feels I feel stunted. Like I can't move the way I want. Oh, I think this is it. Is this how we can take out? Yeah, that's it. Okay, we took out the egg generator, and then the other gripe I would say is as I'm moving around freely, notice when the screen scrolls, it scrolls near the edge. Oh, here it comes. Gotta listen for the sound and get out of the way. So it is a smaller room, but it does feel a little cramped. Notice when I scroll to the top, I don't have a lot of room. I can't see that far ahead, and a spider could just run right down and kill me. All right, so I'm missing one thing here. Okay, there's the spider. Gosh, it comes so fast. And you don't know which direction, if it's going to come left or right. All right. It did save my... Yeah, it saved my progress for this level, though. All right, let's go ahead and knock them out. Once we kill them all, then we go to the next level. So in a way, I want to like stay in the middle. Scroll a little bit, and then come back to the middle to stay safe. Okay, there's an egg. Here comes the mom. Got it. That's it. Much better. My guess is the mother spider is invincible, and I can't take it out. So the premise is a cool idea, but I noticed that some of the hit detection is a little off with eggs and spiders. Got it. All right, let's explore the entire cave. We're looking for one more. There. We got it. So last egg onto level 2. We're now on the second level, but is the cave design the same? Looks like mother spider is coming faster now. And eggs, got to destroy them before they hatch. Okay, so I'm getting in a groove of how the game works. There's been a couple centipede variants we played that allow us to shoot top and down like this. Very nice. Okay, it's working all right. Now I'm getting the hang of it. But see, look right here. Look at the hit detection. Sometimes it wants me to make the shot. Sometimes it does not. Getting better at avoiding. See, that one too. That one felt like some of the shots are missing, and some are hitting, some are not. So that's a little frustrating. So fun though. I still like it. Being able to go around destroying spiders is fun. No way, not today. We only have a few lives left though. I think we're down to our last one. And there it is. Yep, game over. Cool. So you saw that the levels didn't really change too much. It was very, very minimal. It also didn't change color for the levels, and we've seen a few games do that. The hit detection, though, is a big thing. I don't know what's going on with that. So for Spider Invasion, of all the games you could play on a home computer, I'm not really decisive about it because I like to be able to move around freely, but there's things it's doing that are holding it back. So if I would say above average title for all the games you could play. But because of the hit detection and because of the controls not allowing you the freedom, I'm going to have to go down to 3 and just say around average for all the games so far. If you're going to be able to move freely around, you need to have something like Bosconian or Asteroids giving you that freedom of shot. This one does not, so it feels limited. Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat, same thing around the average range. Chiptune's 3 and 3.25. Charlie says 3.5. Hunter's 3. Marshall's 3.5. And Bartowman is 3. Yeah, if they had more cave designs, it would be pretty cool. Yeah, hit detection, actually, Rich was going 2.5. So I also say it's average for all the games on the home computer. It has potential, though. Much more potential than this. All right, but that's not all. There's also Spider Invasion on the Commodore VIC-20. Let's check it out. This one has no box that I could find or artwork, just a few screenshots, so let's pop it and play. Same developer, Gerald Arthur, did this one, published by Cosme. This is September 20th, 1982. All right, so here we go. I'm going to have to speed us up because I'm not going to wait for the tape to load. This one takes a long time. There we go, Spider Invasion. Way to go, Gerald. Developing for both the Atari home computer and the Commodore VIC-20 is a nice feat. We got a little buzz or hum that's happening in the background, not super loud. And it's going to load again. So after we loaded the tape, then we got to load the game after the intro. It took all that time just to load a spider moving around. I bet that was the mother spider too. Can't believe it. So this makes it the 5th game by Cosme. And I really want this to be the same. Is Commodore VIC-20 going to have the same game? It'd be really cool. Oh, that'd be even better, Hunter. Not every game for the Commodore VIC-20 is a Commodore logo, like Pac-Man. It doesn't work that way. All right, I want to speed it up just a little bit and see if we can get past. Gosh, it's going so slow. Any day now. Nope, still not. There we go, we're in. And we've died that fast. What is going on? Okay, so I can move around with the joystick, so the Commodore VIC-20 joystick does work. Where's my fire? And we have spiders going across the screen, but what... Oh, no, there's no scrolling. I can't go to the top. There's nothing else after the top of the screen. Whoa, totally different experience than the Atari. I can't believe it. What? Okay, so it's autumn. I don't know how to describe it, actually. So we have spiders moving across the screen just by themselves. So there's no rhyme or reason for it. All right, I guess I'll I'll continue. I don't really want to restart. I think it might restart the whole tape. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do continue. This is a completely different game. This is not even remotely close to the game we just played. There is no scrolling around. There is shooting to the top and bottom. And we do have a mother spider that crosses the screen, but the hit detection is even worse than it is on the Atari. And it's slow-paced. I can't believe the difference. And the spiders aren't even moving around. There's no rhyme or reason for it. Oh gosh, yeah, this is painful. It's bad. It doesn't even feel like a commercial release. Was the one on the VIC-20 a real one? I've been told it was, and I have proof that Cosme published this. But this doesn't feel. This feels like another one of those terrible games that you get in a pack on the VIC-20. This came out in North America. This was out with. I don't believe it. It's so bad. Yeah, Charlie, it might be close to broken. And so disappointing, too. Imagine if you had played the one on the Atari and then come to the VIC-20, and that's the only system you have. You know, one of your friends has the Atari. Then you come over to the VIC-20 expecting, I can finally play my friend's Spider Invasion on the VIC-20. No, you can't. Man, I wonder if this is at the beginning of the showcase between different computers and which ones are the most powerful. Yeah, I'm seeing Neb6 saying 1.5 stars. Gosh, yeah, you have type-in games that are better on the Commodore VIC-20 you could play. Charlie's seeing 1. Yikes. So yeah, I'd say 3 stars on the Atari, but way low. I mean, that's bad. 1.5 stars, maybe even low. 1.5 from Curtis too. Yeah, it's not broken. It is working. It's borderline broken though. It's so close. Hunter saying 1.5. Yeah, I go down. It's 1.5. It's a bad title in the bad range for sure. Wow, Spider Invasion. What happened? I'd love to know. Every single one of these games has a story to tell, and I don't have every single story, but I know there's a story behind this one. All right, and with that, let's press forward and see our next game. We're going back to the Apple II. Let's check out Pillbox, the release of Pillbox. All we have for this one is an advertisement. I don't know why you would call the game Pillbox. I don't think it would sell very well. But here it is, released sometime in September or the middle of September 1982. You sit isolated in the sweltering heat inside the pillbox. Your sworn duty is to wipe out the armada of enemy tanks relentlessly pushing forward across the desert sand. Huge steel monsters suddenly sense your position. Steel grinds together as the turrets slowly toward you. It comes down to a life or death, split-second confrontation. Are you calm enough, cool enough to handle the power of Pillbox? Oh, okay, so I see. We're not really in control of a tank here. We need 48K joysticks or paddles, and that's it. Let's pop it and play Pillbox. This is Douglas E. Wolfgram, published by Lord of Games, which I'm not familiar with. This is the first time we've seen a title by them. That's what it sounds like, Marshall. We're going to play Battlezone where we don't move. I don't know if I'm ready for that one. Battlezone we originally saw in the arcades in November 1980, and then some of the good ones on home computers have been Armored Patrol on the TRS-80 in 1981, Tank Attack on the VIC-20 in July 1982, and then Panzer Attack on the VIC-20 in September 1982. Nice spread. Pillbox has almost pseudo-vector graphics. There's not real vector graphics on the Apple II, but that's really similar opening as Battlezone in the arcade. Wow. I give them props. Look at this. I like that. All right, we're in. Whoa. It works. So look at the top. We got a radar. Move to the left, move to the right. I cannot move forward. I cannot move backwards. So it looks like Battlezone. Wow, it has wireframe graphics like Battlezone, but I cannot move forward and back. So it's like I'm playing a limited Battlezone variant. But you got to admit, look at the graphics. Oh, he already got us. Look at the cracked screen. That's all we're going to get. If we can only move left and right, I can't believe that. Wow. There was very few wireframe graphics for video games right now. I know everyone's a big fan of Elite, and we haven't seen that one yet. That one's going to, make it so you're doing space exploration with wireframe graphics. But, oh, did he get us? Oh, we got him. Nice. But it's still really a treat to see this. A feat to behold. When I saw this on the TRS-80 playing Armored Patrol, that game was blow away amazing. Like I couldn't believe the TRS-80 could do it. But it didn't have this. It wasn't doing wireframe graphics. This almost feels like it could be a tech demo because we're just going left, right, and fire. Yeah, it's like we're experiencing the amazing graphics. But there's not a lot of gameplay to it. It's essentially moving left, right, and firing. Oh, do we get a bonus round? Or do you get just bonus points? It does feel like a scrolling simulator, right? Yeah, I think they're just giving us bonus points because we didn't fire off a lot of shots. Cool sound effects for the Apple II, though. Very well done as far as sound goes. Yeah, the gameplay is, I have the joystick and it works. You just move left, you right, and then you fire. And maybe you're lucky, maybe they didn't fire off. So this would be a great game to put in magazines to just show a screenshot and people freak out looking in the magazines to see it looks exactly like Battlezone on the Apple II. And then when you play it, you realize, no, it is not. It is just a pillbox. That's all you're doing. That's right. The only color was on the bonus screen. Is it a tank game? We are firing at tanks, but we're technically not in a tank. We are moving left and right, so we're getting to control the turret as if it was the turret of a tank. But yeah, 3D at home is pretty cool. No wet fart sound effects. You get less points, chiptune? Okay. I'm trying to just imagine in 1982, if you think of the games we played for a home computer, there's nothing really that comes close to a Battlezone variant. So this still would be a fun time. You would find enjoyment with this game. And it would be a treat to be able to see and play like this. And it is moving quick for a wireframe graphics game. Marshall hates it on principle alone. Part of me wants to rate this really low because I don't want video games to be put in magazines as screenshots and show people waste their money thinking they're buying something because you're going to base this off of a screenshot. You would get hyped by seeing this as a picture. But as far as the gameplay, it is just left, right, and then one button to fire. And I look at the radar. I'm just moving around to the left, waiting to see if he shoots me. And he doesn't. Oh, he does. He did. He got me. Yeah, that's true. There's not a lot of Battlezone to play at home. Man, that's a tricky one. So on the other hand, I also want to just say how amazing it is to play anything like this or looks like this. So if it was September 1982, this would be above average. You'd be starting about 3.5 stars like Manly said, because there's not anything else much to compare this to, especially on home computers. Battlezone style games, there's only a few out there. That's the only ones that I've played here on the show. Yeah, so 3 or 3.5 from Curtis. It's trying, yeah. And then lower scores around there. Yeah, so I still see around average. Of all the games you can see right now, I want to showcase that there is not a lot of Battlezone games. There's nothing else you can be playing at home. It is obviously not Battlezone, but you would be impressed. So I will go 3.5 stars. I'll say above average because while the gameplay is limited, it's essentially like a fixed shooter. You move left, you right, and you fire, but now you're doing it from a first-person perspective. And that would be a treat to play in 1982. There's nothing else. Armored Patrol, though, is pretty cool on the TRS-80. Check that one out, too. All right, let's see what's next. All right, still on the Apple II, here's the incredible Shrinking Man Adventure. I'm not familiar with this one either. Let's check it out. This one has no artwork. All I found was the graphics program they used to make the game, the Graphics Magician. This is one of the first games we've ever seen that's using this program to make the game. So this is not the front of the box. This is just the box for an application. So don't get wowed. I know it's a pretty cool box, but this is not the box for the incredible Shrinking Man. All we have is a few screenshots for that one. But that's it. Let's pop it and play The Incredible Shrinking Man by Kenneth Chiang and Anthony Chiang, the Chiang brothers, September 20th, 1982. Oh, chiptune, I believe there is a vector-based system coming out sometime soon. Maybe before the end of the year. Here we go, The Incredible Shrinking Man, not to be confused with the movie from 1957. I'm interested to see what this is. There's not a whole lot on this game. The only thing I have, I'm gonna include links down below for Ringa in Blue that has a really cool walkthrough or talking about the game, if you want to check that out. But there's not anything else out there. Kenneth and Anthony, way to go! And there it is, graphics created by the Graphics Magician. Let's play. You are a high school student working on your science fair project. By being an honor student in chemistry, you were able to develop a formula for shrinking human beings and then decided to test it on yourself. But you miscalculated the dosage and have now begun to diminish more rapidly than anticipated. You must now find the antidote before the science fair starts. Use standard verb down commands, abbreviate direction commands, and carry inventory with I or INV. So it is a text adventure game, but it's a text adventure game using the Graphics Magician. So we have some graphics, high-res graphics. Let's see how they fare to the other ones we've seen. Oh, it looks very similar to Sherwood Forest, just a little bit. All right, so first command, let's go ahead and head west. We're super tiny. We're looking at a leg of a table. Oh, the draw-in. That's the draw-in. We've seen that since the beginning for graphic adventure games. All right, so get that cheese. Pick everything up. The color fill, yeah. So that's what I was expecting. Sherwood Forest is an exception for graphic adventure games. This one's the huge. Okay, so we got the cheese. Let's go ahead and head north. We're going to make our way around as super tiny human beings. And this doesn't split the game up where I can't go from graphic to text. It's only split the same way. All right, so let's go ahead and head west. We're going in the mouse hole. There it is. It's a mouse. It's a mouse. You're in a mouse hole. There is a friendly mouse here. If we are tiny, can we talk to the mouse? I don't think so. We can give him the cheese, though. The mouse gladly eats the cheese and begins following you. Okay, can we talk? Can we talk mouse? The mouse says squeak. Okay, we can't talk mouse. We can actually get him to say something, though. All right, let's head east. There we go, Curtis. Thank you so much. Yes, HGR and HGR2. Very nice. All right, there's a mouse following us. Let's see what happens after that. All right, let's head north. As a super tiny human being. We're on the other leg of the table now. What a weird map you would make if you were playing this game. All right, let's head east. We might be able to make it to the end. There's a door in front of you and there's a mouse following you. Okay, let's do what we do since Mystery House. Go door. You get down on your hands and knees and crawl underneath the door. Is Garfield here too? What? Okay. You go down on your hands and knees, go underneath the door, and now it's a Garfield game all of a sudden. Okay. And now it's give... Oh, wait. We have return for more. There's a cat with some string here and a mouse following you. Now we give mouse to the cat. The cat gladly takes the mouse and begins playing with it. So we just killed a mouse. I don't know if I should classify this as the first time we've ever seen Garfield in a video game. It's like bootleg Garfield that we're seeing in a video game. He's not the real Garfield. All right, so let's get the string now. That's by the cat, because he's busy playing with the mouse. We got it. I don't believe this. The things you'll see on Chronologically Gaming. All right, so after we get the string, let's go ahead and head south now, back the way we came. We went through the door. We're going south again, back in the room we were last time. And this is so cool. Imagine mapping out a game like this where it's not really a maze or you're lost in a desert. You're just small. in a bedroom. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and head east. And east again. This would be a really fun game to play. Yeah, look at the way it's drawn. That's awesome. All right, and then look. What's here? I don't understand your command. Okay, we'll go south again. Because I'd want to explore the whole world as being small. It's kind of fun. Oh my gosh, a giant comb. There's a comb here. Get comb. Where do we put the comb if we're super tiny? Thanks, Obsidian Arcade. Love the cats. All right, we got the comb. I have no idea where we put it. We're tiny. How do we pick it up? All right, let's head west. And now we have a record here. Okay, let's go ahead and head north. It's just fun being small. As far as a video game experience, there's no other way to do this unless you count those incredible adventures where we shrunk down and we're inside of a ship, inside of a human body. We've done that kind of game, but not this. We haven't freely just walked around. All right, let's go north again. Yeah, Hunter, that's way so far in the future. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll pretend I have no idea. There's a tackle box here. Okay, let's go ahead and enter box. Get in that tackle box. And then find some things inside. This is fun. As far as adventure games go, being small, miniaturized, moving around the world is very cool. It doesn't have the speed of games like Sherwood Forest that we just checked out, but that's the exception. This is the use for graphic adventure games. Proto Katamari, I love it. All right, after that, let's go ahead and get the hook. Get that fishing hook. And we'll head south next. What else is here? Are those pills? Get pills. I don't know how to get I don't know how to get a pills. I bet there's nothing else. Yeah, there's nothing here, even though we see stuff. All right, there's a quick taste of the incredible Shrinking Man Adventure. Of all the games you could play on a home computer, that's actually all right. We usually say around average for these kinds of games, graphic adventure games. It's getting the job done, and it's really fun to play, and I want to keep going to see what else is like being small or miniaturized, and you would have enjoyed it too. I'm surprised there's not a lot of artwork found for this, at least the box and manual. So if you do have anything like that or know where you can come across it, let me know. So I'm still seeing around average, a few above averages too. Yeah, the entertainment, I like it. So I'm going to say above average for all the games so far on a home computer. And if it is your cup of tea, maybe you would even say 4 stars. Richard says 3.5. Yeah, really fun. So there you go, 3.5 stars. Above average game for a home computer. And above average game to play for an adventure game. Let's see what's next. We're now going to play Arrow of Death, Part 2 on the TRS-80. Let's check it out, starting with the box. This is Mysterious Adventure, Part 2 by Brian Howarth. We saw the first one on the TRS-80 in January 1982, and then we saw the one on the VIC-20 in August. And the one on the VIC-20, sadly, you never get to see Part 2. It's only Part 1 on the VIC-20. And this is the 4th of the Mysterious Adventure series by Brian Howarth. And this one is the first time we've ever seen the sequel, so this is the first time you can play Part 2 and complete the Arrow of Death. This is going to be released on a myriad of other home computers, but here it is, the first one. And the box we're looking at is the release for North America. This was released first in the United Kingdom. Acorn Software did the publishing in North America. Yeah, there you go. Flip it over the back. It started with a spell of appalling bad weather. Once the rain started, it dragged on, and it seemed hard to remember life was like before the rain. Gloom and despair settled like dark clouds upon the hearts of all. Strange bitterness began to manifest itself, man, and it goes on and on. A full-on story. It says there's 60 locations to visit, 60 objects to manipulate, 30 puzzles to solve. It has a save feature. If you like adventure games, this is another one. And there's an example of the screenshot. It's all text. This is all text. We went from graphic adventure game to only text adventure game. Here's the manual that we got in North America. Having successfully completed Part 1 of the Arrow of Death, which we didn't do, you're now in possession of the component parts of the arrow: eagle feathers, a willow branch, an arrowhead, and a sword. In Arrow of Death Part 2, you will need the arrow in order to destroy Zerdon, the evil, the source of all the ill that has befallen your homelands. That's Zerdon. You'll now find yourself on the fringe of Desolation March with no clear idea about what to do next, which isn't that every adventure game? We have no clear idea about what to do next. Your main objective is to seek out the only man who's able to create a magical arrow from the parts you now possess. This man is Arnid, the Royal Fletcher. He's been kidnapped by the minions of Zerdon the Evil, who have somehow learned of your intent. Man, all right, so this is big. So Arrow Death's going to run on your Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 1 or Model 3. Oh, it says you have to have level 2 basic. 16K for tape, 32K for disc. And we're going to be doing this on disc, so make sure you have the 32K in. There's our loading instructions. And then for playing the game, does it have game instructions? Yeah, it has instructions about how to play because it's a text adventure game. They're going to give you a little bit of information. We're not new to text adventure games here on the show. And do you have any tips and tricks for us? The author of the Mysterious Adventure series is English. Please remember this, as from time to time the differences in language will present themselves as additional barriers. That's funny. Like they say color with a U instead of color because we're looking at the manual that was for North America when they ported it over here. It did first come to us in England, and we are going to go to England to play this first. So the first release is what we're going to be checking out. That's hilarious. They have to tell you, this was from England, so bear in mind. All right, let's pop in and play Arrow of Death Part 2. Brian Howarth, published by Mollymerks in the United Kingdom. It's September 25th, 1982. Let's go. What is your name? Let's do last person in chat. Richard is the last one in chat, so Richard is our name. We're ready to play a text-only game. And no, we have no saved game. Let's do this. This program will let you have an adventure without leaving your TRS-80. If that looks familiar, it's because it's using the same engine from Scott Adams games. You can create your own adventures using the adventure system, and that's what Brian Howarth did. Here we go. Let's do this. Arrow of Death Part 2. There's no joy in reality. Woo, deep. So we have like the split screen of the Scott Adams games. I'm out by a marsh. Obvious exits are north and east. So let's go ahead and head east. I'm in a barren plain. Man, oh man. Adventure games love to leave you in barren places. There is no joy in reality. Let's go ahead and head east again. Still in the barren plain. Let's go ahead and head north. I'm by a narrow gorge. Go north again. I'm by a narrow gorge. We have water across the gorge. From here, I'm going to drop the arrowhead. And you can see it's arrowheads here and water across the gorge. All right, let's go ahead and drop the branch. We have the willow branch and water across the gorge. And then after that, let's drop the feathers. How I'm supposed to know to drop all this in the beginning game, I don't know. But we didn't finish the first part, so maybe that would have something to do with it. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and head south. We dropped everything. We're moving our way south. By the narrow gorge, go south again. By the barren plain, go west. Is everyone making their map right now at home? Then we go north again. We have a weird shrub here. A shrubbery. Go get shrub. Yeah, I'll take that shrub. What do I get for inventory right now? Oh, I don't have an inventory? What about just I have a sword and fluffy leaves. That's all I got right now. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and head south. And south again. And we have a barren plain. Now, in the middle of this barren plain, you're just supposed to know to dig. Wow. And we found something. Does this mean you'd be wandering around the barren plain digging? Yes, yes, you would. In September 1982, you would just be wandering around a barren plain digging. Just remember that. All right, so we got a flintstone here. Let's go ahead and pick it up. We got the flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. After the flintstone, let's go north. And go west. Make sure you follow the map that you're drawing out, and then go north again. I'm on a plateau. Let's go north again. We're by a chasm. And let's just jump. And we made it. We jumped on the ledge. We now have a rope bridge. I have no idea how we made it, but we did. All right, so let's go bridge. Go bridge. We're on the bridge. We have support ropes here. Very nice. Some of these puzzles, by the way, this one and the last two of Scott Adams' adventure games are some of the most cryptic puzzles that you can have in any adventure game so far. It's amazing. Go thing. That's what they use for adventure games. I have no idea how you would know how to do what we're doing so far. I am following a walkthrough, so I'm amazed whenever I follow a walkthrough and think to myself, if I didn't have this, how long it would take? Like how many months would I be having to play this in 1982 to make it work? Okay, we just have the support ropes. Something flew by and then dropped something. Okay, nice. Let's see. Can we look what it is? No, it just has support ropes. If I look again, no, nothing there. All right, so after go bridge, go north. And let's see, we got straggly weed. All right, for the very first time, we're going to get some weed. We got it. Get the weed. Smoke weed. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean. Nope, no you don't. I guess we can't do that. Okay, we'll just hold on to the weed then. After that, let's go south. We're on a bridge, go south again. And we're on the ledge where the rope bridge is. We'll head down now. We're on the crevice where there's an iron helmet. Sweet. Get that helmet. And wear it. Yes, okay, we're wearing the helmet. I love it. Oh, that's true. We have to remember that some of the first really cryptic adventure games or text adventure games we played were from England or United Kingdom. And I mean, they were really out there. I'm talking like you had to try things over and over and over again, maybe even hundreds of times before you found the result. It's crazy. All right, so after that, we wear the helmet. Let's go ahead and go crevice. Go crevice. We're in the cave. We got an oil lamp here. Get the lamp. Very nice. So you see where this is going. It's picking up lots of items, having to solve plenty of puzzles. You saw in the back of the box, this is a very large game. This is also very, very cryptic, and it's text only. Arrow of Death Part 1, we gave a 2.5-star rating whenever we played it originally, and then the other one we saw on the VIC-20, same. I gave it 2.5 stars of everything you could play right now. But man, oh man. So far of text adventure games, this one is lengthy. I'll give you that. You'll have a lot of time to play. But the Arrow of Death Part 2, if you do end up playing it, it is a little bit more rewarding because it doesn't leave you on a cliffhanger. So I want to rate it a little bit higher. I won't say it's subpar. Think of all the games you can play on a home computer. I'll say 3 stars. So still, yeah, Bartleman's saying still 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 there. I'm actually going to go 3 for this one. Yeah, Neb6 is with me with 3 and Richard. Because it does have a finale, it is a little larger, and you do get a conclusion to the game. And while the puzzles are cryptic, it's not as nerve-wracking as the first one. Arrow of Death 2.5. Arrow of Death 3 stars of all the games you can play on a home computer. But that's not all. Let's see what's next. We're still hanging out on the Apple II. The latest release is Hungry Boy. I have no idea what to expect from Hungry Boy, but we're going to see what's up. Starting with the box. Hungry Boy. I have never heard of this one. This is by Astar International and Pro Game. It looks like the sticker. What does the sticker say at the bottom? I can barely see that. Oh, California Pacific Computer Company. Oh, okay. So a division of California Pacific. That's the same publisher that did the original Calibeth. All right, let's flip it over on the back. Oh, amazing. All Hungry Boy wants to do is get a good meal, eating the little fruits and dots he finds in the Great Maze. But right on the trail of the Happy Gobbler are a pack of ghosts. Sounds familiar. Can you keep Hungry Boy satisfied? Featuring 10 levels of difficulty. Really? Do we have anything else for Hungry Boy besides that? Nope, there it is. 5.25 floppy disk we're going to play on our Apple II. Let's pop it and play Hungry Boy. This is James Nakano of Adcom Electronics as well. It is September 25th, 1982. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 99th Pac-Man variant we've played on the show. 99. But we're also considering Pac-Man and Puck-Man. Oh, wait, Pac-Man. Wait, is this Hungry Man? Is this Hungry Boy or Pac-Man? Did they put Hungry Boy on the box and then the game is called Pac-Man when you boot it up? That's pretty funny. Okay, so you can control this with keyboard or joystick. We got the joystick in. Let's put J for joystick and go. Puck-Man we originally saw back in May 1980, and we've had lots and lots of Pac-Man style games. Like Ghost Hunter, Casey's Crazy Chase, Ladybug, NATO Defense, and Pac-Man has been released officially on the Atari home computer. This is the 12th Pac-Man game for the Apple II. So just on the Apple II, there's been 12 Pac-Man games that we played on the show. Some of the really good ones have been Snoggle and Snack Attack, and we're in. Oh, and we're not in. Sorry, the game has begun, but it's doing an attract mode, so let's go. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, listen to the sound. I don't believe it. That's so good. And it's Pac-Man through and through. Interesting, though. The controls are some of the tightest controls because, check this out. As I move down the maze and I want to go north, watch this. I can move him ahead of time and he actually turns that way and then executes on the turn. Whoa, that's pretty nice. Crazy. Very well done. Music is spot on. Now I understand what they're doing. Hungry Boy is hiding. Hungry Boy is what the box says. Oh, I gotta be a little bit smart about this. I don't think I have to get down to the dot. Come on, take me out. But whenever you boot the game up, it's actually Pac-Man, which means I wonder if they program this as Pac-Man, and then later they change the marketing to Hungry Boy. Oh, they got a little smart AI on the ghost, too. Yeah, I love it. The slide turns are so cool. So you have a really, really well-done control to play, and the artificial intelligence is spot on. And we only have 3 lives? No, you got a little bit more than that. Nice. Now, the next question is, how many mazes are there? How many different types of ways can we play this? You gonna chase after me? Oh, look what he's doing. They're actually... Whoa! So this is even different AI than most ghosts we played in Pac-Man games. They are hovering. They stay around until you get nearby, and like they're guarding the spot. That's different. Not used to playing that in a Pac-Man game. And see, this one's going right for me. They have the music though, of the sound effects. Wow. Yeah, where's the fruit? I don't see the fruit. This maze is also really complex, or I mean difficult, not complex, but whenever you're moving around, there's not a lot of leeway. Notice that I don't have a lot... Yeah, you don't have a lot of places to hide. It's like Pro Pac-Man, or Pac-Man Plus that we played in the arcade. Alright, yeah, we gotta go, think pro-level Pac-Man here. And I need to be conserving the power pellets. Wow. Oh, Neb6, good point. On the first menu, I verified. The Pac-Man that was the top Pac-Man, that was the Atari Soft Pac-Man that we're going to be seeing later. So it is not confused. This is Hungry Boy. And if you take a look at other people playing the game online, this is it. But I am confused because whenever I see the box for Hungry Boy, the publisher and the developer are different. Oh, this might be it. Oh my gosh, they're brutal. Yeah, look at that, 2 dots left. Very, very tricky. Wow. So that's on par with some of the really good ones we played on a home computer. Hungry Boy is where it's at. And I'd love to confirm because the developer on the box is different than the game itself. But it's hard to verify that. So I'm still going to say for right now, in my research, we're going to call Hungry Boy a really good title. Of all the games you can play on a home computer, I'm going to say 4 stars. That's a really good Pac-Man game. It is very difficult, though. It's hard to play. I see Charlie throwing out 3, Scruffy looking 3 stars as well, and Richard 3 stars. So you could say around average, but if you think of all the games so far that you played, that's true. It was very hard, and the maze wasn't as intuitive. Yeah, we need... Yeah, Manly's... Yeah, good point, Manly. I love it. Yeah, good music. That's true. I'm going to go a notch lower. We're going to say 3.5 stars because of the difficulty ramp. It does work well with the joystick, but as far as Pac-Man games, this is still really, really good for a home computer. Hungry Boy, never heard of it, but I'll check it out, sure. Why not? Alright, that's where we got to put our video game playing on pause. Hit escape and take a break because we're going to check you guys out next episode where we have lots more games to play. And Sega's going to be bringing a penguin to the arcade. That's it for today, and like I always say, hitting the button harder will not make it work. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.